Well, hello, everyone. This is John Rollins, and today is Wednesday, and it's time for our S.T.R.I.V.E sessions. S.T.R.I.V.E, strategies to remain informed, strategies to remain victorious, strategies to remain empowered. And we're so grateful for the privilege of spending a few moments with you all on a weekly basis to talk about some things that I believe will help you to live the kind of life that is of your the design for your very best self. And it's kind of interesting. I've been listening to a lot of people who've been talking about things on YouTube, things on social media, and I've heard that phrase, to be your very best self, on more than one occasion. So I guess either I'm doing something that other people are doing, or other people doing something that I'm doing, but we all seem to have the same intent, the same desire to bring information to the people who may be listening to us that will help them to live the kind of life that they were ordained or designed to live. And for us, the S.T.R.I.V.E sessions are intended to be for members of the body of Christ, to those of us who are believers, those of us who say that we've accepted Christ as our Lord, and we're looking to fulfill our purpose here on earth. And so this session, it may not be for everybody, but I believe there's something that everyone can get out of it. Okay, but I'm talking to those of us who are making the decision to live a life that's upright, to live a life that's according to the scriptures, that are worthy of our call. And so I hope today that you will hear something that will be of some interest to you. If you do, please feel to comment, feel free to share, feel free to like it, and just give me some indication that we're helping you. All right. So on the first few sessions, we're talking about unclogged. Okay. And I shared with you that unclogged is kind of my theme for 2020. And I'm looking in the areas of my life, and I'm trying to find the things that may be hindering me from being as effective as I can be. I just like I'm saying, I want to help other people be the best version of themselves. Well, I want to be the best version of myself. I was talking with a couple of colleagues on yesterday, and a thought came to my mind, and I shared it with them, and it kind of like exploded in our spirits. Okay. And the statement that I made to them is, I want to be in alignment with my assignment. Okay. I want to be walking down a path that leads me to the place where I'm supposed to be. And in order to do that, there may be some areas in my life that are hindering or blocking or limiting my effectiveness. They may be clogging my flow. And so what can I do to remove those clogs, remove those barriers, so that I can function at complete maximum capacity? You may remember earlier in one of these sessions, I talked about if there's something that's blocking you, you're only going to be able to perform up to the level of your capacity. And even though there may be more available for you, because your capacity is limited, you're only going to be able to deliver based on what you have. And an example that we gave is, if you go to the Atlantic Ocean with a thimble, even though there's so much more Atlantic Ocean there, all you will ever be able to carry away is a thimble's full of the Atlantic Ocean. If you have a thimble, you get that much, but you can get a cup. The cup is going to be bigger than the thimble, but you'll still have so much Atlantic Ocean left to carry. You can get a bucket, which is bigger than a cup, which is bigger than a thimble, but you will never be able to carry more than a bucket full. And so as we increase our capacity, we increase our opportunity. We are able to better maximize or capitalize on the opportunities. And that was not an original. I heard Pastor Tony Evans, use that analogy many, many years ago, but it resonated with me. So we talked about how to unclog your finances. We talked about how to unclog your relationships. Today, we're talking about how to unclog, how to analyze, assess our physical, our well-being, our physical being, our healthy lifestyle. And I'll tell you now, this session, probably more than the others, really kind of stepped on my toes, because as I go through it and I share with you what I'm asking you to ask yourself, when I was going through these questions and looking at them, I was saying, "Ooh, John, ooh, ouch, ooh, John, ooh, John." So I'm going to be working on these areas in my life. And I believe that return is going to be that I'm going to be a healthier version of me, and a healthier version of me positions me to be the best version of myself. And so I hope that again, what we share on tonight, that it will give you a reason to go back and look at yourself and decide if there are areas that are you're pleased with, or if there's some areas that I say, all right, honestly, I can do better in this area. All right. So unclog our physical, our health. All right. So the first question, and remember the way that this is designed, you may want to get some paper or pencils and go back and look at it later. Okay. And then write down the question. And then from the question, take some time to assess where you are with regards to this. All right. So regarding our health, our physical person, are there any athletic goals that you want to achieve now? Okay. Maybe you want to walk in a 5K. Maybe you want to participate in CrossFit. Maybe you want to be in a marathon. Maybe you want to become a biker. Okay. But maybe you want to spend more time playing basketball with your young people. Okay. Are there any athletic goals that you want to achieve now? And then so some of the follow-up questions is, why is this goal important to you? Why is achieving this goal something that makes a difference and makes you willing to commit to it? Okay, how could achieving this goal or the goals positively impact your life? Okay, if you are looking for a certain level of accomplishment and you want to add to your resume for your life, your bucket list, that I participated in a 10K, I ran in a 5K, I had my personal best in a mile. Okay, then that could give you a reason to want to go and work to achieve these goals. Okay, if you're unable to achieve these goals, what is the potential negative impact on your life? Okay, if I don't do it, does it mean that I'm insufficient in some way, or does it have a negative impact on my life? Is someone else depending on me to do it? Okay, if I don't achieve the goals, is it a deal breaker for me? All right. Again, remember, and all I'm asking you to do is just look at what it is that you're being asked to do, or that you're asking yourself to do, and then to assess. Okay, who do you know who could partner with you to assist you in achieving your goals? Okay, are you familiar with the phrase an accountability partner? Is there someone else who has a like passion similar to yours? And if you and the two of you all, the three of you, the group of you to get together and say, every Wednesday at 3 o'clock during our afternoon break, we're gonna walk for 15 minutes. Okay, every Wednesday. I don't care if it's too hot, if it's too cold, if it's rainy, we'll get a raincoat or umbrella, but we will commit as a group to every Wednesday at 3 o'clock going out and walking. And so about 2:55, you start getting phone calls, start getting text messages. Hey, all right, don't forget, we're going to be there. So are there people who can partner with you, or a person who can partner with you in the achievement or the fulfillment of your goal? What can you do to make the achievement of the goal beneficial for the other person as well? Okay, do you have a reward system, something that you say, all right, so if we do this for 30 days without missing a day, then for the next week, we can reward ourselves in this way. And I don't know what your reward, okay, but there's something that means something to you. Okay, so you make the reward worth something rewarding. Okay, so you agree to a goal, then you work on that goal, you stick with that goal, and once you've met that deadline or met that achievement, then you reward yourself for it. All right, but make sure that if you're working as a partner, that you come up with something that is beneficial for everyone. All right. So the second question: are you in as good a shape as you would like to be? All right, and this is where it started hurting me. All right, listen to this question. All right, and you hear the saying, all right, don't judge me. Okay, I've already judged myself. Don't judge me, okay? If your safety or your health was at risk, how far could you run to or away from a situation? If your life depended on it, how far could you run to either save your life or to get away from something that could cost you your life, or to save the life of someone else? If you had to run, could you go more than 100 yards? And I'm not talking about sprinting. I'm just saying get there. And for me, that I tell people, if you see me running, okay, don't look at me, look at what's chasing me, because running is not something that I do on a regular. I'm proud when if there's a car coming from the parking lot between me and the store that I'm going, I'm proud if I can get up a good jog to get from the one side of the parking lot to the other. I know that's pitiful, but I always say, don't judge me, okay? All right, because I don't think I'm out here too far by myself. Okay, because running has not been a priority for me. Okay, but if my health is at risk, if my life depended on it, if the life of someone I love depended on it, am I able to deliver? Okay. How satisfied with your next question? How satisfied are you with the person that you see in the morning in the full-length mirror after your morning shower? When you look at that person and that person is looking back at you, how satisfied with you are you with what you see in that full-length mirror? Okay. And so just like I asked you not to judge me, these statements are not statements of judgment. They're just questions to ask ourselves so that we can get a good idea if something may be clogging our effectiveness. Listen to what I'm saying. If my health, if I'm affirming that my life is supposed to be for a certain length of time, and I've already stated that I want to live to be age 90. And I don't want to live in an unhealthy state. I want to live in a healthy state up to age 90. Okay. Well, am I doing things that are limiting the possibility of that becoming a reality for me? To live in have a high quality of life until I lay down and I have all my kids around me, all my grandkids around me, my wife beside me, and I do like the patriarchs of old. I bless them, then I pull my feet to my chest and I just sleep away. Okay. Am I doing things that may be hindering the likelihood of that becoming a reality for me? Okay. Next question. Are you as active as you would like to be? Okay. What are your thoughts toward exercising? What are your thoughts towards spending time outside? If you wanted to go out and run around with your grandchildren or with your children, could you do it? Okay. And I'm not talking to people who may have some type of physical limitation. That's not what we're saying. But I'm saying for those of us who are able to, and we have no reason why we can't, are we doing things that are, can you laugh with them? Do they laugh? If you had to push them around Disney World or Universal Studios or whatever, could you push them without having to take every so many minutes, take a break? Listen, again, I told you when I looked at these questions, okay, I started pulling my toes back onto the chair. What's your endurance level? Okay, next question. Do you have the physical strength you would like to have? If you had to pick something up, take something upstairs, take something downstairs, move something from the house to the car, from the car to the house. Okay, can you do it? And if you do it, do you have to go and sit down once you finish? How flexible are you? Okay, when you stretch, how do you feel during the stretch? How do you feel after the stretch? Do you say, "Ooh, ow, that hurt"? Do you get tired trying to reach down and tie your shoes or touch your toes, or do you have to bring your toes up closer to you? Are you happy about your weight? Okay, if so, what are you doing to maintain it? And if you're not, what are you doing to change it? Okay, are you happy with your diet? Do you eat sensibly? Do you eat nutritiously? Okay, are there things about your eating regimen that you know are unhealthy? Okay, you talk about the food groups. Do you eat too much of one food group, not enough of the others? Okay, what are your thoughts about sugar? What are your thoughts about salt? Okay, are you drinking enough water? Or have you made an investment into a facility that's producing red labels, blue labels, green labels, and I'm again, remember, no judgment, no judgment. Okay, do you want good health into your old age? Okay, if the old saying "you are what you eat" is true, and you had to draw a picture for what you ate today, what would that picture look like? What about last week? Okay, just some questions to ask yourself. What steps are you taking now to achieve the goals that you desire? Okay, remember, everyone, we're saying if I'm to be the best version of myself, and there are things that are hindering, blocking, stopping, limiting that flow, hey, I may have to unclog. I may have to remove some things. And I already said, for this, I'll say this: on my back porch, I have a weight bench. I have weights. There is no reason why I can't go out there and improve my physical strength. There's no reason other than, and I'll be as honest, I would judge myself on this, other than the fact that I'm being lazy. I'm being lazy. I have 24 hours in the day just like everybody else. If I made it a priority, I could do better. If your health is a priority for you, you can do better. That means you may have to spend a few less minutes in front of the TV, a few less minutes on Facebook watching lives like people like myself. No judgment, no judgment. Okay. But when we prioritize certain things, we find the time to do it. Okay. And I'm asking you for 2020 to join me on a journey to unclog the areas of our life that may be limiting our effectiveness so that we can be the best version of ourselves. And I ask that you would join me on that journey. Hey guys, this is John Rollins, the Strive Session. Strategies to remain informed, strategies to remain victorious, strategies to remain empowered. And I close the way that I love to do. I want to remind you that you are important. Everyone, y'all be blessed. And until next week, okay? Thank you.